You should have told me that like yesterday. Now you tell me. What?
Your turn.
I don't have anything else to add.
You don't have anything.
You wrote everything.
Welcome back all to our channel. Our topic today is 50 and Fabulous. Regardless of age, these small concepts are more broadly to embrace the beauty of getting older. It can allow us to realize earlier in life the freedom before we reach our midlife stage of development. One of the things that I have realized more when I'm 50, more at this stage in my life, is I stopped attempting to be everything to everyone. You can be everywhere at all times. And so being trying to be everything to everyone is very time consuming, very draining, emotionally draining. So I've stopped doing that. For example, also being able to say no to someone. I don't feel guilty about saying no anymore. If it's no, and that's it. I'm not going to feel guilty. Like, for example, at work, they ask you to go into work. Before, you would have to drop everything, or all your errands, your chores that you have piled up at home, your laundry, and you have to go to work because you're afraid to say no. That's no longer the case. Now it's, I'm sorry, I can't. I already have plans. That's a big step for me, being in the life stage that I'm at this point of my life. Being able to say yes is more, I'm more enthusiastic when I say yes. Yes, I'll go out, to have coffee with you. Those things are more positive things that you want to say yes to, because you're more enthusiastic about doing stuff that make you feel good. You laugh at your embarrassing moments. For example, if you look at an old picture of yourself and you see your hair a certain way, or you see yourself with a certain outfit from the 80s, you laugh about it. Now you're more acceptable.
Accepting.
You're more what?
Accepting.
Accepting of how you looked back then and how you look now. Now it's like, whatever. I have a little bit of a tummy, but you've had kids, and you've been pregnant for so many times. You have so many kids or whatever, and now you have a little bit of a belly. So what?
I gained at least 10 pounds per kid, so what's so funny?
Another thing is your relationships are more meaningful. You find that you have less friends, but that's okay, because now you don't really care about what people think of you, and you've gotten rid of a lot of people that don't uh, don't give you that joy that you want in life. Also, you have that empty nest syndrome that we all, our kids are grown, they're adults already, and they're leaving home. That could be very stressful, and you can become very depressed. But you have to also look at it in a good way. They're independent adults. They're very smart. They can fend for themselves. They don't need you for everything in their life. You become more like friends. You give them more advice. Now that they're independent and they have to pay bills, they realize how good they had it when they were at home. Your relationship with your kids, kind of, it's different. You're more as friends. Help me out.
You're more of someone that can console him, as opposed to just a parent all the time. I guess you can level of them. I guess you can speak to them on a different level than from a parent-child level. You're in some ways more equal, especially if they're a parent themselves. I think they can understand a bit more and speak to them more as an equal rather than a parent to a child.
And them being more independent kind of gives you more time for yourself, which is a big plus. You can get into more hobbies, take care of yourself more. You have time for being more taking care of yourself, eating healthy, exercising, picking up hobbies, doing stuff that you enjoy to do, that you didn't have time before, because the kids took up a lot of your time.
I think another thing people at this age also suffer is I don't give a shite about a lot of things, which before things you thought were very important, you probably have realized they're not that important, and there's no point in stressing out over them because they're not really that important. So that kind of relaxes you about, you don't have to give a shite about certain things. So I think that's very, very relaxing and freeing. You're free. Free.
And as a woman, I can honestly say that you enjoy sex a little bit more. You're more comfortable with your body. You're not worried about becoming pregnant. And because you're more comfortable with yourself and your body, it gives you a heightened sense of self-esteem. It's a little boost in your outlook on life.
Can't get pregnant? Now you
Wow.
tell me. You should have told me that like yesterday. Now you tell me. What?
Your turn.
I don't have anything else to add.
You don't have anything.
You wrote everything.
I also embrace the fact that I don't know everything. I tell everyone, you know what? I have no clue. I don't know, but I can get you, I can give you where you can find your answer. And that's, being younger, you always thought that, well, I always thought, yeah, you had to know everything at all times. And it's like, no. And if you don't know everything, you feel like, crap. Not anymore. It's like, no, I don't know that, but let me see. Let's find out where we can get that answer from. And now with the internet and with Google and all this other new way of finding information, it's a lot easier to just Google it and it'll tell you where to go to find whatever information it is that you need. Um,
And in addition to having free time, having better time management allows you to do a lot of other things, like, for example, hobbies, which I think we'll discuss probably in a later episode, a little bit about hobbies. And that keeps your mind cleared. And with a cleared mind, I think you're a lot healthier.
One of the great things about being 50 is that we don't care much about getting credit. It's better to avoid it altogether. Getting credit cards is not a good thing throughout your life. But now that you're in your 50s, you know how to balance your checkbook a little bit better. You're more financially stable, and that is a good thing. Another thing that we take for granted when since now that we're in our 50s, throughout our lifespan, we have learned how to cook, and now you can whip up something, and it doesn't take long to do. You can get some veggies, cut them up, and eat because you have more time, but it doesn't really take much to do. Like your barbecues now are amazing and delicious.
Because you're hungry.
Because I'm hungry. So if hopefully all these little small concepts, you realize them before you hit your midlife.
Well, I embrace that I do know everything. And if I don't know it, it's probably not important. And if it's not important and I still don't know it, I probably don't care. So that's something important to remember when anybody questions if I know everything. You're going to end the segment? What are you going to say?
Yes, that's it. Thank you for watching, and I hope this has been useful to you all.
Stay tuned for the next one. Bye.
Bye. Ready? Yes?
Yes, I'm ready.
Welcome all to our channel. 50 before we reach our midlife stage of life. That didn't sound right.
Want to do that again?
Yes.
Do it again.
What, from the beginning?
I don't know. Where do you want to start? I'm going to close this because I got the water drinking.
Okay.
But you got to start in the full sentence. You just decide where you want to start.
Okay.